All right, this is that little coffee cup. Hit it to subscribe and like it, and here we go again. There we are. All right, girls and boys, yeah, we did it. We made it. We got it off. It wasn't a pretty. It wasn't a pretty sight. You can see here to get that thing off. The little roller. The pin was a slightly bent. I don't know how they bent that, but they had to really tweak down to get that baby to bend. But it had ever so slight bend, so it would never go either way. It would go this way the furthest, and so I had to get a bend to get one side out. It was hardcore. But anyway, I did get it out. And yeah, you always prevail. You're going to find something sometimes with these old ones, but this is super old, so we got it off. And as you can see, man, that thing was bent. I had to really tweak this off. And then you can look here. We're using the vise, and look how well it came out. So I just kind of improvised there. You can see one side was still pretty straight. The other was bent. So I got it pretty flat. And then I took that pair of pliers and stuck it in there. So it was just about the right. And I got them pretty good without breaking this, too. That was the main thing. And, you know, of course, it is old. That's the whole thing about this. And yeah, so it's still going to work. You always remember the back is upper, but yeah, see, it's still going to go. So we rescued it. It's a little tweaky, but that's all right. That'll be the story of this little bend I didn't get out, but better part of valor without breaking it. You know, when we started out with this one, I thought I could just. No, it just was going to take one more little pop to get it out, but no, it took a few big blows and wasn't going anywhere. And, you know, I tried the oil and all that. Nothing got it moving. And then I got out this with the punch. And I'm pretty good at not hitting my fingers. But, yeah, I smacked it with this thing, and it wasn't going to come out of there. So it ended up, this bent just enough with a few smacks. And then I was able to get that baby out. There it is again, look. Has a slight bend in it. So it never would go, and yeah, that must have been something, you know, whoever was pushing down, that was pretty good anyway. I've never seen one of those, but that doesn't mean anything. There's always something new every day, and so that's pretty good, but I got everything else off. The old O-ring will go in the trash. We have the piston. You know, sometimes these just don't spin out, so I leave them in if they're in really good. But look, this one came right out. Pretty good. We just got to pull off those, these old gaskets. Yeah, they've probably been on there a long time. They may just snap. Sometimes they do. You can just get them to break and pull them right out. But yeah, these babies have been in there. But we prevailed so far, so that's always good. And we'll dig those out. So we just need to do a few things. We're gonna. I have one of my little fancy trays, so we'll be able to get all the parts out. You know, we're gonna need several things, and I have them in here. And one thing I have too many is I saved all these old springs. I really shouldn't. They're, you know, the old ones, because they kind of lose their, you know, just a little bit, and then they don't quite work as good. But some look still pretty good, but I really shouldn't save these. I just do kind of squirrel them away in there. But I have a lot of good parts. So, of course, we have new spacers to use, and I have a couple ball bearings, spinning ones too. So we can go ahead and do that here. I put these on quite a few machines. You can order them all over the place. But, yeah, these are older ones. And so I have plenty of those to go on it. It looks like we have most of the stuff. I have a couple of these bad boys, the little titanium ones I ordered, you know, for this, just because they're pretty cool. They do an Allen wrench, but yeah, I had to get something fancy for once. So I think we're going to be able to go through here and get most of the parts we're going to need, that's for sure. And of course, sometimes I do the Teflon, but sometimes I like to put the old ball bearing in. I don't know if there's a big difference in the weight and everything, but it works good. So we got everything in here we're going to need for that part of it. And yeah, we made a big step by rescuing this and getting that off of there. The first challenge, so that's done. We have all the gasket kits and all that. And yeah, this is going to be fun to do. So the first little challenge is over with, but that was a fun one. God, these things are really tweaked on there, aren't they? These are old. Whoa. Let's see if I can stab myself. Sometimes they just crack apart. Oh, wow, there that went. Oh, yeah. That's a nasty old stiff gasket. Is it on there the right way? I don't think I've ever found one the wrong way. I think I did one the wrong way once, but let's get this one off here too while you guys are here. God, that's a bear too. Come on, you little booger. Yeah. There we go. So we got that clear. We have our shaft. Yeah, unscrewed right away. You just never know. Sometimes they never come loose. And if they don't, I leave them in there because then they're in there good. Why mess with it? These go in the trash. We don't need them. And yeah, the first adventure's done. Excellent. So yeah, we got that pretty straight again. So we are going to be able to use it, and it goes lower. I always look, even though I know it goes lower, but yeah, it still fits. And we didn't break this part off. So there's a win right there. And we got that off. Yeah, slightly bent. There's always something, right? You always can discover it, but we did rescue it. Worst to worst, we get a new fork. But anyway, I think I have one. But okay, there we go. We have a little coffee in the screen, like, you know. We always make one just to do it, and because that's kind of the show. But yeah, step one is done, and we're going to keep going on. We're going to get a bunch of parts out and keep building here. So I'll clean some of this up, and then we'll probably in the next show we'll do some of the assembly of it. And yeah, it's going to be great. There's one big step that's out, and yeah, we got it off. Hooray!